Hello and welcome to another edition of MASCAC Student Athlete Spotlight, where each week I interview someone from our conference. Today we have an extra special interview where I'm interviewing three MASCAC student athletes who competed for Team Sweden at the World University Games. Speaking with me today are
Hi, I'm Lucas Holmquist. I'm from Gothenburg, Sweden. I go to Plymouth State University and I'm a business administration major.
Hi, my name's Eric Larson. I'm from Lund, Sweden, and I go to Salem State here, and I'm a sports and movement sciences major.
My name is Tom Sköld. I go to Westfold State and I'm a business management major. And my hometown is Järna, Sweden.
All right, thank you guys so much for being here today. All right, so we're gonna start with you, Lucas. What brought you to Plymouth State for your college career?
So basically I knew a guy that used to go here back in like the 80s or something, or like 90s. And like he was helping me trying to find like schools and obviously the first school he thought of was here, and he also knew my head coach, so he gave me his email and he gave him mine, and we just touched base, and here I am. So
And we're very lucky to have you. All right, Eric, how about Salem State?
Well, I kind of took the junior route, and I actually ended up coming out here about 5 years ago. So I've been in the Boston area for a while, and Salem being on the North Shore here, so it was a pretty area I knew quite well, and I liked. So it was an easy choice for me, just to kind of stay close to an area that I knew, and I'm glad I did.
All right, how about you, Tom, in Westfield?
So I started off with going to high school in Canada and then played juniors and then went to a different school called Becker, which is now closed due to COVID. And then I transferred over here to Westfield.
Very cool. All right, so Eric, what was that moment like when you found out you'd be playing for Team Sweden in the World University Games?
Well, honestly, like many, I feel like I had never even heard of the World University Games. So my first step was kind of figuring out what it all was, and I think as I was reading more and more, that's when the excitement obviously started to grow. There was that general excitement just for representing Sweden in some way. That's always really special. But then I start reading about it and realize it's, I want to say, like the second biggest sports tournament in the world. I mean, behind the Olympics, there was a ton of athletes there, all different countries. So that was really cool. But it was also just really special for my family, I think, and especially my cousins and everyone that still lives in Sweden and grandparents. They thought that was really cool. So it was definitely a really special moment for sure.
Awesome. All right, Lucas, this question's for you. I was told that you brought a ritual from Sweden that you've also gotten your teammates a little hooked on that revolves around coffee. And I'm not going to try to say it, but can you kind of talk about that a little bit?
yeah, so there's this like Swedish thing that we do every day that's called fika, which is pretty much where like yeah, like you sit down with coffee or a cinnamon bun or like any type of pastry with your coffee, and then you pretty much have like a social hour. You just talk, like you don't talk like about work or anything. You just like talk about life and you know fun stuff. So it started off with like me and my roommates doing it because I buy in like Swedish coffee every year. So then we started doing that at home, and then some of my teammates came over and started like hanging out with us when we did it. So now it's kind of just like catched on. So that's just what we're doing every day, having coffee together.
Hey, that's awesome. I think that's something that we Americans should start doing. Have instead of maybe a lunch break, have a coffee break, and all sit down and talk about something besides work. So that's pretty
Yeah,
cool. I
totally.
like it. Yeah, and Tom, sounds like you know what that is. You keep
Yeah.
laughing. So all right, well, it's good. It's a good transition to you, Tom, because you're next. So congratulations, you are a newly engaged man. So I have to ask, which was more stressful for you, the pressure of carrying around the ring or wearing the national sweater?
I'll be honest, both felt very natural. Obviously there's butterflies in the stomachs during both occasions. The first time hopefully, you know, the ring being the last. So no, but it felt great. I'm very happy and I'm very thankful for Frida. She's been amazing. So
And shout out to Frida. She works at the Westfield State Athletic Department doing social media and different graphics. So just wanted to give her a quick little shout out on the interview. So, okay. So Eric, we're going to come back to you. And this is a question for all three of you eventually, but what was it like playing against Lucas and Tom when you're so used to them being rivals for you within the MASCAC?
It was a nice change for sure. You know, having two kind of big guys, it was nice not having to go against them. Having Lucas break it out to me and Tom pass it out was real nice. So it was really cool. I mean, I think one thing, you know, there's always kind of butterflies coming into the tournament. You know, you don't know how the team's going to gel. But it really helped me a lot having these guys that I played against, and you know, you have that small connection already. You know, certain things are all like they're the same, so you have stuff to talk about, and it just really helped with the gelling, and it was really fun. You know, you get to know each other really quick, and you know, that's kind of what you remember. So it's fun.
How about you, Lucas?
To me, it honestly it felt kind of like natural, kind of right away from the start because we're having like so much fun off the ice. So like on the ice, just like day two, they were already my friends. So like we're just having like this fun time the whole week, and it was just like a big blast for me. I had a great time.
All right, how about you, Tom? I know that you have to go third, so they might have taken your answers already, but
no, I mean, you put the rivalries aside when you go there. But obviously, as both Lucas and Eric said, it was a great blast. We had a great group of guys who were all, you know, just put everything aside, and we just wanted to be there and, you know, support each other and be there as a team. So unfortunately, it didn't click very early on in the tournament, so we lost a couple of games. But the last game there, we really connected as a team. So, but it felt good. Yeah, it was fun.
that's awesome. All right, Tom, we're back to you. So what is one habit or trait you have picked up since being in the US?
I think it's probably dunks has kind of become an addiction. At this point, I've been to around MASCAC too long, so it's just kind of almost every day now. Need a coffee from there or whatever. So that's probably the biggest one I would say. Otherwise than that, you know, there's small stuff here and there, but that's probably the major one.
So they know you in Ely. When you walk in, they already know your order.
It's pretty bad.
There's a Dunkin' Donuts on Westfield's campus, so that's yeah, I've frequented there too. All right, Eric, what about you?
I'm gonna have to say the same thing, but with Starbucks, it's definitely just something I wouldn't do in Sweden and something that I do very frequently here. So I think that's like the biggest change. But yeah, I don't know. Sorry to bore you.
No, it's just funny that it's two opposite coffee companies, but it's also the same thing. So,
Yeah.
All right, Lucas.
Mine kind of goes along on the same tracks. It's this like trend with iced coffee. That's not a thing we do back home. We drink it warm or hot.
Yeah, that's true.
The iced coffee trend with like some sweetener in it or like some caramel or like whatever. That's kind of caught on to me right now. So
Have you guys tried the whipped coffee trend yet?
no.
The TikTok trend?
No, not
That's
yet.
good.
Not yet.
I just tried it. So, all right. Well, it sounds like you guys had an amazing experience, and we're so appreciative of you being in the MASCAC and sharing your time with us today. Stay tuned next week for another edition of MASCAC Student Athlete Spotlight.